Yeah, Brent, and if you take a look behind me, this is Lucky Lou's. It is a very popular restaurant in a very historic building here in Old Wethersfield. They announced that they're going to be closing until February, and just across the street here is Village Pizza. It's a family owned and operated for 38 years, also very popular. This has been their most challenging year yet. It takes a village to make Village Pizza run.
We have beautiful customers, great customers, some of them for 38, 40 years.
And it's a similar sentiment from their neighbors, Aroma Bistro, 10 years in business.
We're just going to try and be there for the community since they've been here for us for all these years.
But despite support from the community, the pandemic is taking its toll.
These people, they've put their blood, sweat, and tears and life earnings and hard work into these businesses, and you don't want a bunch of empty buildings around.
More than 600 Connecticut restaurants have closed, with more each day. The Connecticut Restaurant Association just met with Senator Blumenthal to ask for help.
This is an entire industry in our state that is on the verge of collapse. Another federal stimulus needs to happen now. My goal right now is to help all these businesses listening in, all these businesses that are here, make it to the other side of this pandemic.
We have been working on a potential package, a pandemic relief program for a week. I am willing to support it as a positive first step because we need desperately and dramatically an immediate relief package that would extend the PPP program.
Now, Congress could vote soon on that $908 billion supplemental stimulus package. $288 billion of it, by the way, would be guaranteed to go to struggling small businesses. Now, the state also, you just heard the governor talk about it, the state has not ruled out using some money from the rainy day fund to support some of the struggling restaurants. But again, time here is of the essence. The restaurant owners who we talked to today say that they need that money yesterday. We're live in Wethersfield. Matt Caron, Fox 61 News.